Hi everyone, it's Alan here once again, and welcome to the Alan Kane's Daily Blog YouTube channel, which is not so daily, is it? Yeah, it's been a bit of a cold one today. I went out, I was going to go out, and I stuck my hand out the window, and it was absolutely freezing, and it still is. And yeah, I've been noticing quite a few pieces about the Britannia Hotel Group. Well, what I'm going to say is not going to be good news to them. Right. It was put in my news feed today that they were reacting to some of the criticisms of what they've been getting. In a lot of cases concerning Britannia Hotel Group, who own the Pontins brand as well, well, they don't have a good reputation at all. And we got a picture of their I think it was a picture of their headquarters. I think it was, but it didn't look very didn't look very inviting at all. Matter of fact, it looked a mess. It hadn't been cleaned. It hadn't been maintained. It looked scruffy. The building looked scruffy. It looks like the rest of the hotel. It looks like the hotel chain. All dropping. You go in, and you think, oh, I'm gonna have a good night. Gonna have a good, night's kip here and everything. And what happens? I'll tell you what happens. You go into a dirty room and it hasn't been cleaned, and the sheets hadn't been changed, and what's that running across floor? It's full of bed bugs and all sorts. Yeah, not good at all. You go to try and you go to use the toilet, the bathrooms haven't been cleaned, and absolute mess. It's same with the other brand, Pontins. What an absolute shambles. Get a lot of been seeing a lot of reports about Camber Sands, about some of the the cleanliness of the chalets and stuff like that. Even the British Army itself they put the British Army in Southport to do tests, and at the Pontins site there, and you can look on TripAdvisor and you'll see what the remarks they left. An army barracks is more cleaner than what that is, I tell you. And I mean a lot better than what that is. Even a army condemned house is better than what that is. It's absolute disgusting, really. And no wonder they're getting slammed with bad reviews and everything. And they're putting refugees in those sort of places. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I understand that Southport is getting some as well, because they have several properties there. They have the Prince of Wales and the Scorbreck Hotel in Southport, and they'll also be using the Pontins Holiday Camp there as well. They'll probably section it off between the visitors and our, shall we say, guests. And yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a messy one. I don't know how many hotels they're going to use in Southport, but I reckon it'll be quite a few of their premises they have there. I also reckon that will also be in Blackpool as well. I think they're going to start using more of the Metropole of the Norbreck Castle. Norbreck Castle's just had a paint job done on it on the outside. How long that's going to last, I don't know. But they should have really started on the inside first, because the place is an absolute toilet. And yeah, start from start to finish. But that pictures quite a lot of hotels in Blackpool. They're not fit for purpose. They don't. A lot of them don't even comply with the Equality Act at all. There are a large number of guest houses that don't even come to Equality Act standards. Yeah, Blackpool Council. It's about time. It's about time you paid more visits to these places. Yeah, and also, do you not think it's time to bring the hotel resort back? Because yeah, if Vegas can do it, so can you. I must admit, some of the productions in Blackpool are trying, but you don't have the star power, really. If you get the star power in Blackpool, you'll be right then. I don't think Sir Elton John would be too happy if he came to, if you booked him there. You'll have to end up giving up the football grounds to fit the people in, because you don't really have a venue big enough, you know. That's your major problem. You really need to push the housing further. You need to push the housing further out, and keep your tourist parts separate. And Central Drive is an absolute joke. It's an absolute mess at the moment. You need to hurry up and get that old police station down on Courts and the old car park, and get them to start building that new development that they're going to put. But your major problem, Blackpool, is going to be parking. That was basically shown on one of the local YouTube videos that was put up there. I will keep the channel nameless. It showed vehicles parking on pavements. It showed people trying to park here, there, everywhere. What would happen if you had a major incident there? Fire brigade wouldn't be able to get through. Ambulances wouldn't be able to get through. If there was a major disturbance, police won't be able to get through. You really have to have a really good think about when you have something like the fireworks championships that's going to draw a lot of crowds. Some of the and illuminations traffic along the coastal road, that can get rather snarly at times. You're going to have to really have a bit of a rethink, because you're going to have to build a really, really big multi-storey car park for that purpose. Not little scrawny little car parks scattered here, there and everywhere. You need a really big multi-storey car park, because if you're going to have stuff like that, and people have to have somewhere to park, it's not a joke. It's not a joke when you're trying to, especially if you're a person with sight loss and you're trying to walk along a pavement, or if you're in a wheelchair trying to get down the street and there's blooming cars parked all over the place, especially on the pavements. It's not good, and it's not a good impression you want for your town, because you want visitors to come, if they're disabled or not, and it gets messy. It really does, and then it puts people off. Then you get unscrupulous vendors coming, setting up on the Golden Mile there, £3 for an ice cream. Sorry, mate. You can go to flipping Iceland and buy a box for that, and bring your own stuff. That's what will happen, and then your traders would completely, totally miss out. And also, I'd like to ask, what you're going to do with Bonny Street Market, where they're going to go, once the building work starts on Central Drive, where they're going to go. Because, a lot of their leases will be coming up for renewal very soon. But, you haven't. I don't think Blackpool Council's actually thought about that. About where these market traders are going to go. Because the main market next door to the post office, next door to the old post office, well, to be truthful, it looks like a dump. Honestly, it really does. It really looks tatty and scruffy inside, even though it's had a number of facelifts. But you need a bigger area for that, and and some of the stalls on the seafront, they look a mess, and not so clever. And the number of empty shops that you've got is growing in the town, and a number of vloggers in the town have been showing this. And you also need to speed up the regeneration work. get more building companies in to basically get things done. The rate of the construction is very, in a lot of terms, is very slow, you know, and completions aren't that brilliant, you know. I know there's a shortage going on, but you know, building time, yeah. It's about time. Some of these companies got a foot up the backside, because I think a lot of it basically comes down to laziness. You know what I mean? And they can't be bothered. They can't. Oh, we're getting paid so much an hour. You know. Put a time to start date and time to finish date. And if they don't finish it on time, they don't get paid. Simple as. As a penalty, you know, it might wake them up a little bit. And the hotels, the grotty ones, basically go around and give them a kick up the backside and tell them that the management is lazy. You know, because a lot of foreign hotels abroad, and you talk about from you're from the UK. A lot of English spend a lot abroad, but you know, a lot of Brits when they come to your town, and they see some at prices, a lot of them feel that they're being scalped, because I think like I said before on this video, £3 for a small ice cream, and you know, and the quality of the fish and chips in Blackpool has basically gone downhill. You know, there's Papa's, Harry Ramsden's. Well, I must say that the quality of their stuff has gone down. There's and there's several at the Coral Island. That's another thing. Coral Island needs a kick up the backside and clean that bloody place up, because you know, if I were at that building, I'd knock it down and redo it, and put about instead of having about two floors, you know, because there's a second floor but that's used mainly for the offices. But what I'd basically do is jack it up about 4 floors, 5 floors, something like that. And basically, as I said, the place needs resort hotels, and a lot of them are not up to it. You know, quite a lot of people go. You know, they need something like the Vegas experience. You know, the venue has a theatres, shows and stuff like that, bowling alleys, you know, on site, so that they can keep the tourists there. But, you know, a lot of the hotels are just, like I said earlier on, they're just not up to it. And people just want, you know, to have a really good time. Well, I'm going to bugger off now. And, because I think you're all getting fed up of my, you know. So I'm going to bugger off, and I hope to see you again. I hope you pay my channel a visit again soon. So it's bye for now. 3, 2, 1, click.